Hi Pisces, welcome to March 2017 and happy birthday! It's your time to shine, it's your month, and it's all about you. And I really like the energy that I'm seeing here for you. You are a power manifester this month, and what goes on around your birthday sets the intention for the entire solar year until your birthday of 2018. So the fact that you're power manifesting here in March is a really good sign that you're going to be manifesting great abundance in 2017 and 2018. So you're all about big plans, big ideas, big dreams. You're very busy, and you may even find that you're working on your own or you're working independently. You've got your own special brand of magic. And that magic is the ability to manifest out of thin air. So stay in your bubble. I call it my bubble. It's where you stay in your vortex, your energy, and you don't get out of the positivity of what you're creating by what's going on in the world, by what other people are doing, with the television, all of that. Distraction, negativity. Stay in your bubble, because when you stay in your bubble, you can power manifest greater abundance, greater opportunities, and that's the name of the game, is being that power manifester. Now, it's really interesting what's happening here this month. There's so much going on. Venus takes her turn to retrograde March 4th through April 15th. And Venus is in Aries, bringing the action to what you love and value, what truly matters to you, what you want, and your earning ability, how you use your resources, your time, your energy, and money. And so this is a time for you to really reevaluate how you're using your resources, your talents, your gifts, your abilities, so that you are power manifesting. You are attracting and manifesting, creating what you want by visualizing it, by thinking it, by saying it, and it appears. And so with Venus retrograde here, it really is time to evaluate and reevaluate how you're using your money, how you're using your resources to live your best life. Venus rules what we love and value. She rules magnetism. She rules attraction. She is the power to attract what we want. She is the power manifester. She brings to her what she wants. Mars is the energy of going out after it. Mars creates abundance through action, by taking action, by going after what you want, by hustling. You need both to be successful in life. We need both our Venus and our Mars, our male and female energy, to be whole, to be balanced, and to be successful. There are times where we want to wait and attract, just focus on attraction, focus on visualizing, and then there's times where we want to be out there hustling. Now, when Venus is retrograde, I don't get that it's a time to take action, because she rules contracts. And when she's retrograde, whatever you like or you think you want, you may not want it or like it when she goes direct. And so it's not the time to make a major purchase. It's not the time to make a major investment, because when she goes direct April 15th, by the end of April, you may be going, oh, that's ugly. Why did I buy that? Or why did I invest in that? And, that's why it's best to hang loose, do your homework, eliminate what you don't want anymore, but don't make any major commitments. Another interesting thing that's happening is Mercury is going to take his turn to retrograde in April too. So now we have two very personal planets. Venus, what you love and value. Mercury, how you think and communicate, retrograde. Not the time to make a commitment. Not the time to sign a contract. That will come, latter part of April. April 15th on, whenever Mercury goes direct, and I'll have those dates for you when I come back in March to do the April forecast. And so I think the first couple of weeks in April are going to be very interesting, especially since we have our tax due date on April 15th, and I think Mercury will be retrograde on that day, although he is retrograde a lot of times, I've noticed, on tax day. So, but with Venus retrograde, that's just too personal, and they both are involved in prosperity and money and abundance, right? Because you have to have a good mind to, have money, and you have to be able to attract it, Venus, and you have to be able to work for it, Mars. And so they all play their own role when it comes to money and prosperity and abundance in astrology. And so this is a time to be independent and do your own thing. Doesn't mean you don't work with others, but like whatever you're cooking up, like whatever you're creating and manifesting, you have your own special brand of magic this month, and you don't want others messing with your alchemy. You don't want others, in on what you're cooking up and interfering with the energy, because you're in a strong position and you want to stay in your bubble because abundance is your reward. Your abundance is your reward. And it's beautiful as you go into March. The sun is coupled with Neptune, and that is beauty and divine love and spiritual love. It's being in love with your soul. It's being in love with Creator. It's being in love with the angels and elemental life and nature and children and music and art and creating, and that's such a gorgeous energy. It's a very spiritual energy, and it's a day for celebration and meditation and just celebrating your life, right? Taking a moment and saying, hey, look how far I've come. Look what I've had to overcome to get to this place. It's time for a celebration. I think I'll have an extra cupcake, an extra celebrating cake. And good, it's good. It's a really good energy. And then the sun will couple with Mercury on the 6th. You could get a lot of insight that day. It's all in Pisces. And so you could have this divine source connection with your mighty I am presence, and your psychic abilities are, they're just amazing. They're going to blow you away here at your birthday and in March. And you're just intuitive and spiritual and psychic, like you know things and you dream things and then they happen, or you know who's calling when the phone rings, or you just know things. You're clairvoyant, you're clairaudient, you're clairsentient, and you got it going on. Just want to make sure others aren't messing with your energy, right? Because when we get with people at a lower vibration or they're in a negative consciousness, it can mess with the frequency. So you want to stay in your bubble, stay in your positive energy, because you're getting a tremendous amount of positive energy from Creator. Like Source is blessing you. All of Cosmos is coming together to bless you at this time and bring you their gifts that they have for you this year. And so there's a lot of gifts on the way for you. And it's really beautiful what I'm seeing here happening with you. So you want to just be drinking in the light, drinking in the love, and avoiding the Debbie Downers, because they're going to be pretty strong around the Virgo full moon, and that's because the moon is being squared by Saturn. Now we have daylight savings time beginning on March 12th. Yay. And then we have, I don't even know why we do that. I just wish they just leave the clocks alone and just let it be what it is and not move it ahead or back, because it just messes with your sleep, and I just don't see the value in having to change the clocks. My humble opinion. Now, the Virgo full moon on March 12th, it's kicking everyone's butt. And that's because the moon is at 22 degrees, 13 minutes Virgo. The sun is at 22 degrees, 13 minutes Pisces. And Mercury is at 27 degrees Pisces, being exactly challenged by Saturn at 27 degrees Sagittarius. So it's this giant T-square, and Saturn examines and tests whatever he touches. And with the Mercury, we can get into negative thinking, or, you know, others are being really negative, or they're complaining, or they're fault finding. And, you know, in Virgo, everybody wants you to be perfect and get it right. And the truth is, your perfection is in your imperfection, right? Isn't it part of the human experience? Is to not be perfect all the time, not to say everything perfectly or do everything perfectly, that we honor the fact that we're human. Yes, you're a great spiritual being, having a human experience, but you are human. And so this could be a bit of a challenge here with this giant T-square, and it's exact on Mercury. And that's where, you know, others can be really judgy and, you know, just really negative, and it can create a serious conflict with what you're saying, what their position is, and you know, just let it roll off your back. You know, like water on a duck's back, just let it go. Don't, like, you know, let them be right. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you know, if it's going to take you out of your bubble, out of your happy place, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And the sun will exactly square Saturn on the 17th. And so, you know, Saturn examines and tests everything he touches, and he's hitting the moon, and he's hitting Mercury, and then he's going to hit the sun. And so, is there an imbalance going on in your relationships, right? You know, are you receiving the support that you need for the work that you do, for the life that you live? Do you feel supported by your partner? Do you feel supported by your, and not just your, you know, partner romantic, but your business partner, your colleagues, even your patients, customers, clients, your public. Are you feeling supported? And, you know, the message is for you, Pisces, is to take better care of you and to set boundaries. Like, you have to teach people how to treat you. Don't assume your partner knows. And if we let people, you know, get away with things, they will, right? And so this is about you using that Saturn to set limits, to raise your standards and say, you know what? I'm not going to do all the work around the house anymore. No, we're a partnership, right? This isn't the Stone Age. This isn't 1765. This is 2017. And what women want is equal partnership. And so this is about, you know, are you in an equal partnership? Are you receiving and giving and receiving? And, you know, is there an imbalance going on here where you may have emphasized too much? You know, have you been focused too much on your work at the expense of what you need emotionally, spiritually, physically? Have you been too focused on the partner or other people at the expense of your work so that your work is not where you want it to be? So here at this Virgo moon, we're all being called to task with Saturn. It just depends on where it's hitting in everyone's chart. And for you, it is, you know, on the Pisces and the Virgos and the Geminis, because Saturn's an immutable sign. But when he moves into Capricorn, it will be gravy time for you. And that will be on December 20th. And, you know, he'll enter Capricorn. And then you're going to start to see the reward for all the work you've been doing while he's been in Sagittarius. And so, you know, this is a very intense full moon because Saturn's involved in it. And, you know, you can feel this sense of judgment from the energy, you know, others judging and being too judgy. And, you know, there could be some setbacks or delays. Saturn is the stark reality of a situation. So maybe we've been hoping the partner would change, or maybe we've been hoping that this person would see the light, or, you know, some situation would improve on its own. And Saturn's like going, no, it's not. You have to change. You have to set a boundary. You have to ask for more. Ask for more help. Ask for more money. Ask for more support. Ask for what you need. and find your voice, speak your truth, and then things will fall into place. And you're really going to notice this on the 12th at the full moon, and then when the sun exactly squares Saturn on the 17th, Saturn is going to show you, where the imbalance is, and maybe for some of you, you've been working so much that it's coming at the expense of your health, right? Is that, I know you just like work and work and work, and, you think the body's just going to go on forever and ever, and then the body says, yeah, how do you spell fat chance? And then you're like tired all the time, and you're noticing you're tired, and you're just dragging. You're not here to drag. You're here to live your best life. So, this is an opportunity to really look at, where is the imbalance, and where do you need to put more energy. It's not that they're in conflict. It just can feel like they're in conflict, the work and the personal life, if you're too focused in one area, at the expense of you, at the expense of your needs. And Saturn's the great one to show us what we need to change. And but it's important, because when you do that work and you love you more than the need to help others, you love you more than the need to, be in this role with other people, then you're going to be more in balance with you. And when you're in balance with you, then you can be in balance with others. If we're out of balance with ourselves, and I've been there too many times to count, that we can't be in balance with others because we're not in balance with ourselves. And so, with Saturn in this placement with you, and I've talked about this before, it's very easy to get in that workaholic mode where we just want to work, and we just want to keep working and work on our work and work on our family and work on our, working out. And so, you just get into this workaholic with Saturn, and that is an imbalance, right? Because it's like, you're not a human doing, you're a human being. You're here to be. Yes, you want to do, but you're here to be. And that's enough, just to be. It's enough to be. And so, be aware if you're finding yourself, in an imbalance at this full moon, and especially on the 17th. Then on the 20th, the sun enters Aries, and we have happy spring in the Northern Hemisphere. Woohoo! Hallelujah! And happy fall in the Southern, my beautiful Aussies, and Argentina, South Africa, and New Zealand, and everywhere else I can't remember. And fall is beautiful too. And so we also have International Astrology Day on March 20th, and that's because in Western astrology, the system I use, our system is based on the day the sun enters Aries. It's not based on the fixed stars. That's why there's no 13th sign. That's why there will never be a 14th sign, because it's not based on the fixed stars. It's based on the day the sun enters Aries. And so that's why it's International Astrology Day on the 20th, because that's the day of our new year. It's Happy New Year for Western astrologers. And it's so exciting. And then on the 27th, we have the Aries New Moon. Now this new moon is wonderful. There's no challenging aspects to it. The sun and the moon are coupled together in Aries, and they're with Venus in Aries. So this is like a love fest. And this is really good for you, because if you do the work at that full moon, you're going to see that your self-worth increase, your self-esteem increases, your self-respect increases. Man, it's like the universe is saying, Pisces, kick butt, don't take any prisoners. And we are just going to reward you with greater abundance, greater self-love, greater appreciation. It's rockin' awesome. Oh, I just love this for you. And it's a new start with your resources. And so you are manifesting greater abundance here, greater reward, greater success. And it's all about loving you and taking care of you. And from that place of personal empowerment, everything else falls into place. right? And it's an exciting time for you because you're incredibly creative. You got all these plans going on. Mars moves into Taurus on March 9th, and Taurus rules the area of communication for you. And so you know, this month you are, you know, you got it going on. You're busy, you're excited about what you're doing, you got a lot on your plate, you're dreaming, you're scheming, you're planning, and it's really exciting what I'm seeing in here for you. And with the Venus, you need to reevaluate, you know, your relationships and your relationship to your resources and how you can use that energy to make right choices and right financial decisions. I really like what I'm seeing in here. Now, Jupiter is going to square Pluto on the 30th. And Jupiter and Pluto is this over-the-top energy. We're seeing it in the world where people are, you know, pushing their morality onto others and their ideology and their political positions. And, you know, we're going to continue to see that this year, given the Jupiter-Uranus as well, creating the polarization that continues. However, for you, you know, this is a wonderful energy to be, you know, focusing on your goals and what you want to do, your hopes and wishes, your dreams come true. And, you know, like, just stay in your positive energy. You know, the world will take care of itself. Others will find their way. For you, you want to stay focused on your alchemy, what you're manifesting, what you got cooking up. Because it's amazing. It really is. Now, there's 4 waves of energy coming in here this year that are incredible. And one is happening in March around the equinox, if not on the equinox. Then there's one in June, and then there's one in September, and then there's one in December. And these are going to be like the 12-12-12, December 12, 2012. That was a powerful wave of energy that came in and woke up a lot of people. Millions of people woke up with that energy. Well, we're getting 4 of them this year. And so that's another reason why you want to be taking really good care of you, especially for those of you in the late degrees of Pisces that are dealing with Saturn, you know, challenging your sun this year, you know, is that when Saturn limits the energy of the sun so that you can only focus on what you have to do. You can't be over there focusing on what others are doing or helping others. The universe is saying, no, they need to learn how to do it for themselves. You got to help you. You only have energy to take care of you. You don't have the energy to fix, save, and rescue. You only have the energy to do what you're responsible for. And that's another thing. Saturn constricts and contracts and laser focuses you on what you need to be doing. And with this powerful wave of energy coming in here in March, it really affects the physical. So it makes us more tired because the mental body's ready to go, the emotional body's ready to go, the spiritual body's ready to go. But the physical body has the hardest time catching up with the higher frequencies and the higher vibration. We need these waves of energy to wake up the masses, to wake people up, to take their power back, so that we are bringing in this age of Aquarius, this golden age, so that people are learning the lessons from Pisces, which is compassion for all, compassion for others, compassion for self, and moving into the age of Aquarius, which is the age of freedom, the age of empowerment for both men and women, all races, all religions, all colors, all ages, both men and women. It's the age of empowerment. It's the age of the goddess. And so you want to be taking really good care of yourself and not letting other people distract you or other people get in the way with what's going on with them, because you need all of your energy to take care of you, take care of your duties and responsibilities, and that way you're staying in this beautiful, liberating, manifesting energy for you, and you'll know you're on track when abundance is coming at you, whether that abundance is money, time, energy, love, joy, happiness. That's all abundance. And if you're feeling more of that, you're on track. If you're not, you've gone to another, you're out of balance. You know, there's an imbalance going on. And so pay attention to how you feel every day. If you're feeling strong, if you're feeling good, then you are taking good care of yourself. If you're not, then there's an imbalance that you need to change, and that's what Saturn is pointing out to you. Now, for those of you open for love, I would rather that you wait until Venus goes direct, April 15th, because it's not the time for new love. When Venus is retrograde like this, there can be karmic relationships where you're involved with the person, but you'd rather not be involved, but you can't seem to break away because there's something you're learning or there's something you're balancing. And with Venus retrograde, it can bring people back from your past. That's fine if you're reconnecting with someone from your past to either get together with them or have a conversation and, come to finishing something up with the person. That's fine too. Now, I'm not saying not to date or socialize or flirt. Definitely, keep your social life going. Although if it's too distracting, you'll know it because Saturn will show you the imbalance. So it's fine to socialize, it's fine to date, it's just not the time to make a commitment. Because when Venus is retrograde and you make a commitment, you'll have to undo the commitment, or you'll redo the commitment when she goes direct. And so if you can just hang loose and enjoy the person, and then, see where it goes. I like you so far, let's see where it goes, is a great attitude to have. I like you so far, let's see where it goes. And do it that way, then that way you're riding the energies and not having to redo something later on. Right? Because that Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde too in April. And so then they're both going to be retrograde. So it's not the time to sign a contract. It's not the time to start a new job. It's not the time to start a new relationship. That will come later in April, and May is a fabulous time. Unless you're starting something now, here in February, that's fine. Before March 4th, before she goes retrograde. That's totally cool. Now, if you're already in a relationship, that's different. Because you're already in the relationship, you're already committed to the other person. So if you're already in a relationship, you're already committed to another person, that's totally cool. And you are going to have that opportunity to see how the love is working with each other, how you're sharing with each other, how you're supporting each other and empowering each other. And that's what it's all about, is cooperating and communicating and asking for what you need and creating that, wonderful balance between the two of you, that soulmate partnership, healthy relationship. Money looks great, especially with everyone in there. Venus is going to be there a really long time. And Mercury's there until he enters Taurus on the 31st, which starts to really stimulate you again with your ideas and your creativity. And there's a really big focus going on with that Aries New Moon there too. And so, money looks great. And money is going to continue to expand for you. And of course, Venus is camped out there. And she's going to be there for months. And that Venus is abundance, and it's the ability to attract. And so there's a lot of energy going on in that area of prosperity for you. So money looks really good. Career, this is the time to really look at, where you are going, how you're going about it, what is your strategy, how are you getting to the next level. It's not the time to start a new job with Venus retrograde, because with Venus retrograde, when she goes direct, you may find that you don't really like the job, or you don't really like the people, or you don't really like something about it that if you had waited or known, you wouldn't have done it. And I mean, if you need to take a job, take a job. But I'm just saying, it's best to wait if you can, to start something new, brand new. Spiritually, hello, we're talking to Pisces. It's on for you. It's just a matter of you listening and taking time for yourself and doing nice things for you so that you can hear all the beautiful inspirational, angels singing to you, singing their love songs to you, celebrating you, and celebrating your life. I'm not seeing any challenges to the health if you're taking care of yourself. Saturn will point that out. Saturn's going to show you where the imbalance is with your health. If you've been burning the candle at both ends, or you've been pushing it and not taking enough rest time. Remember now, the vibration is increasing here in March, so you really do need to, practice extreme self-care with your health, because your wealth is in your health. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plusing my videos. Pisces, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, it's very easy. The link is below here in the Show More section. It's also up in the cards. So until next time, Pisces, happy birthday. Keep on manifesting.